A cold, frosty start for many of us with the risk of some snowfall in the south today. I'll have all the details of that and more coming up on Good Morning Britain.
The weather here, Laura. I understand it's about to plummet. Icy weather.
One good thing I'll start with is the amount of flood warnings and flood alerts we have. So we have the map that we saw from Nithia earlier with the amounts of flood warnings and flood alerts across England and Wales starting to level off or slowly starting to go down. So that is welcome news. And we haven't got any more heavy rain. Zero temperatures that are the problem. We're looking at minus 15 degrees overnight tonight, maybe minus 20. Healthy and safe, then that becomes a major problem. And we're set to then the next problem, as Nithia mentioned, as it turns milder into the weekend, all of the risk for us will be yet more flooding. So multi-warnings yet again today. Like the last few days, these western areas, we have snow and ice from showers that are falling, sub-zero temperatures, means it could be slippery. But the next focus is across the far south of England. A weather front bumping into the cold air means that we have the risk of some snowfall. So this is the radar showing the snow that's fallen overnight last night. But here comes the rain. And as that hits the cold air today, let's zoom in, because we have a warning from the Met Office that today we could see 2 to 5 centimetres in the south, maybe up to 10 centimetres through this very populated part of the UK right through the evening rush hour, and that could actually be very disruptive later on today. But back to what's happening. It's this weather front that's bumping into the cold air that brings this rain that then moves off into the near continent. But for all of us, the floodgates open to this bitterly cold northerly wind. So this morning, sub-zero, icy yet again. You'll need to scrape your windscreens first thing this morning. Snow showers continue along these peripheries, but for many of us away from the south, it's dry. But again, temperatures a few degrees above freezing, adding in the wind, it will feel sub-zero. You will need to do whatever you can today to stay warm because, yes, it is bitingly cold, sub-zero to start for nearly all of us today. And actually, temperatures will struggle to rise above freezing for some of us as we head through the day. It will be largely dry, but this is the radar and the snowdar from overnight. The rain in blue, the snow in white, showing how snow's been falling through northern and western areas of the UK. Our eyes then set on the south for later on. Warnings in force for these western areas for snow and ice with sub-zero temperatures and these wet conditions. It could be icy and the risk of some snowfall in the south. And we have a fine line developing today because with a band of rain moving into southern areas, we could see 2 to 5 centimetres, maybe up to 10 centimetres of snow. But actually, it could just be rainy with some slushy sleet. So this real fine line with the temperatures and the rain arriving for the evening commute makes things very difficult for our forecasting later today. So watch out for snow in the south. But for the rest of us, it is crisp, cold winter sunshine. So yes, first thing this morning, you need to scrape those windscreens, but blue skies take us through the day today. And after the sub-zero start, some of us as low as nearly minus 10, temperatures climbing to just a few degrees above freezing and adding in the wind chill, it will feel sub-zero. So how long does this cold weather stay with us for? Well, it stays with many of us for the rest of the week before it warms up, thankfully, by the weekend. So this is the north of the UK. This white line is where our temperature should be, way below freezing, and it climbs pretty rapidly as we head through the weekend. Welcome news if it's just too cold for you. Percentage chance of rainfall for some wintry showers around today, but the rest of the week looks largely dry. The transition to milder on Sunday means some wet weather looks set to arrive. Fortunes further south for England and Wales for the next 7 days. Again, the big trend here is how cold it's been. Temperatures way below our average line, but it will warm up, turning much milder by the weekend. Percentage chance of rainfall, watching out for that rain-snow mix in the south today. But thereafter, again, it is thankfully largely dry, but watching out for some wet weather with our transition on Sunday.